So, aside from all that stuff, to my initial question, what are you watching on TV at the moment?
Yeah, so not much on TV.
Any movies or anything?
Yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
recently?
So a film I watched.
I know you watch
night.
documentaries and stuff quite a lot, don't you?
I'm into some documentary. Oh, I watched something. I don't know if you enjoy this, but I really enjoy this sort of thing. I was watching something just last week called Lift, and it was I think it was recorded in like either the late 90s or early 90s, where it's just this guy that decided to stand in a lift for like all day every day.
I was expecting something like Pumping Iron. Like, lift, comma, do you even?
Yeah. Lift, do you even? Make a great documentary. So this guy stood in a lift in London, like a apartment block or something, with a camera, and just stood there with the camera and just watched people coming in and out of this lift.
See, by watching this documentary, presumably through some manner of distribution, you're watching it would have earned him some revenue.
Maybe, but this was a long time ago. Because you think it's a terrible idea.
I think it's
Yeah, it sounds like a terrible idea. And it was wonderful to watch, because these residents here, they started out really nervous, and eventually they started talking to this guy and to the camera, and he started asking him questions.
Like, why are you in that building? What did you do to our doorman? Did you pay him? Did you beat him?
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's rocking back and forth.
Hey, see, he's a robot.
Yeah, I see
him.
that, yeah.
I love that he's like egotistical enough to give them like mustaches. A robot doesn't need a mustache.
This is what's his name? Mechasonic or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So this documentary it was wonderful because I felt like it put me in a place where I got to appreciate human nature. Like, it was really introspective. It's a terrible idea. Don't do it.
I'd advise against.
That's what came to mind when you said documentaries.
Sure.
I watched just yesterday. I watched a film called Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh yeah,
have you seen
I've heard of it. No, I don't know anything about it. I've heard of it. I know it's a thing that exists, but we did it. Oh,
he didn't do it.
I guess not.
He seems hardcore.
Now we're fucked.
Do you think that's why Robotnik's intent on attacking Sonic, because he's trying to make he can see his abilities. He's trying to make a robot based on him.
Possibly. Could be. So Dallas Buyers Club, what's it about?
Dallas Buyers Club is a true story about.
They're normally full of lies and they're bad.
Well, I felt this was this type
I've heard
of story.
it's good. It won all kinds of.
Yeah.
But then, if you want to win awards, you do a true story, right?
Right.
Like the fucking, I forget what it's called, but the Johnny Cash one.
Oh, I
don't care.
But this, I felt it told the story in a very realistic way. In that, at the end of the film, it said that it helped so many people. His decisions had helped so many people, but throughout the film, you could tell that they were entirely from his own self-interest.
Right. So it's like history is written by the victors point of thing. They're like, he did this and it helped these people and these people, but that was never his intention.
Yeah. You could tell it wasn't his intention. He wanted to get rich off these people. He was fucking them basically, like.
Nice.
But
I've seen some films like that lately.
But it was a really good film.
Talking about porn.
This what's the name of the island back there? Is that
the floating island?
Yeah. Is it called the floating island?
Yeah. It's his imagination.
All levels on that island?
Yeah, so all the levels from Sonic 3 and I believe this, they take place on the It's actually so this is another. It's like the Robotnik Eggman thing. For us, it was called the Floating Island, but in Japan and subsequently, it's Angel Island, which is the name of the first level in Sonic 3. But that's because
Do you know,
it's the same thing.
that looks like, to me, a decision that was made by some executive. They were like, we want it to slightly tilt left and right.
And the
they were
programmers were like,
no,
really?
it's
There's
pixel
a
art. We
little
can't.
pyramid we were at.
Yeah.
It's all on there, probably. I'd have to assume that big bit in the middle is the volcano we were just in. I could be wrong.
So if they want to go really far, they'd have it rotate on like the Z-axis.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, never become an executive.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to ask for unrealistic things, right? How about you? What have you been watching?
I've been watching, aside from How I Met Your Mother, I've been watching not a whole lot. That's taken up like a lot of our sort of time. Haley not so much, but I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I've been watching Scream. They did a TV series.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah. I love the films. I just do.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. I saw Scream 4 on its first night of release in cinema. I was the guy that saw that. I was the person that went and saw Scream 4 on its first night of release. Yeah, no, I dig them. Like, so I like horror movies. I'm a horror fan. But for my tastes, a crazy dude who will sneak into your house and stab you to death, it's far more scary than a fucking a ghost that will invade your dreams, or you know.
So it's realistic.
Yeah,
right?
it's realistic, but if we're talking about realism, that could happen to me on any given day in the area that I live in. You know. I dig it. I get being scared of a guy with a knife. You know.
Some nutcase with a knife.
But also it's not like a murder mystery like fucking Poirot or something, but it's like someone's getting killed and it's probably someone in this group of people that's doing it. Which one? You know. I dig that. It's cool.
Yeah.
And I've not been watching it because it doesn't exist, but I've been thinking about. So they're talking about, you know, they did the recent like soft reboot of 24, like they brought it back and did like another series or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Did you not?
No. So
that's the thing.
how many seasons have they got now?
I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. I'm not a 24 fan. I'm not a huge Kiefer Sutherland fan.
Yeah.
But they're talking about doing the same thing with Prison Break, and Prison Break is a show that I enjoyed. So,
did you enjoy it all the way through?
Yes, no, yeah, that's a loaded question.
That's a no because you hesitated.
Yeah, well, it is a no. The last season was weak, undeniably. Anyone who said otherwise is a liar.
Why'd you say it was a loaded question?
Because you knew that.
I haven't watched it.
You asked it though. You were like, did you enjoy it all the way through? Like, I don't know. Like, I'd recommend you watch it. The first season's really good. The second season's good. Third season's pretty good. And the fourth season's okay. But it's good. Like, overall, I enjoy the show. We've watched it twice. We'll probably watch it another time at least once. It's just good. It's fun. It's suspenseful. And there's a character in it. Anyone who's watched the show knows exactly who I'm talking about. Teabag. He's just the creepiest fucking guy. They got like the perfect actor to play this character.
His name's Teabag.
His name's Teabag.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. And he's all of your prison nightmares rolled into one. So yes, I'm looking forward to them doing like a reboot on Prison Break. That'd be cool. And that's about it. Scream isn't fantastic, but it's so to set the tone for Scream, right? It's Scream on and by MTV, so it's
Oh,
MTV's version of Scream.
I'm sold.
Beautiful.
Um,
So everyone's in it, like all the women who are in it, are like very pretty because it's MTV. But other than that, I don't know who the show's for. You know, I don't know the audience. I don't feel like I'm the intended audience, but I'm watching it anyway. So fuck you, MTV.
I think those guys, that's the intended audience. The guys that don't feel like they're the intended audience, but they're watching it anyway.
I think you could say that about MTV on the whole, surely.
Yeah. And that's a lot of people.
I would give MTV more leeway than maybe I should, because they did Beavis and Butthead, and I'm a child of the 90s.
I never really got Beavis and Butthead.
I know.
You say I know?
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead is brilliant. It's I mean, Mike Judge is just a genius. King of the Hill is one of my favourite cartoons of ever. We did it, yay.
When you were saying about the like the realism of a killer, you know, just a killer in stalking your house or whatever, you reminded me of another film I saw recently, and that is it's not a realistic film by any stretch. It's set in the future, but it's crap. I'm not going to be able to tell you the name of this film. Maybe you can tell me the name of it. It's one where...
Is it The Purge?
It's The Purge. It's The Purge.
I haven't seen it, but it just came on Netflix, and Hayley added it to our list. And she was like, The Purge came on Netflix, and I added it to the list, and I was wondering if you wanted to see it sometime, because I know we both wanted to see it when it first came out, but it was like... So we saw the trailer on TV just before it came out in cinema, and we were like, this movie looks so bad. This movie looks really bad. We have to see it. But my boss at work really enjoys it, so now I don't know what to think. But no, it looked bad. In an enjoyable way.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was bad in an enjoyable way. Although, look,
Should I make popcorn?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Like,
I wouldn't then. Fine.
Maz enjoyed it, and I was like, it was... I kind of enjoyed it, but yeah, for the reason that it was bad and I enjoyed it. I think Maz just enjoyed it.
It sounds like the premise, someone thought the premise sounded good.
The premise does sound good. That's the thing, is the premise is an interesting thought.
See, it's an interesting thought, but for like a daydream perhaps, and not for like a screenplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was like the premise in the trailer. They were like, it was just that typical like one night a year all crime is legal, and I was like, whose idea was this? Why was this ever even considered and not completely shot down? Not so much as a movie, but in the world of the movie. Who was like, we should every once a year make all crime legal, and someone should no, that's a terrible idea. That's an awful idea. Because and I don't know what direction the film goes, but not that I am a bitter, angry human being, but I feel like if one day a year all crime was legal, 364 days a year I'd be writing lists and planning and Bo did some really good work on this game.
He did a good
work.
Good job on the sound team. Let's talk about the ending there, because I didn't play a lot of that. Like
yeah, that's true.
We were switching the controller back and forth throughout it, and usually after about 2 minutes there, I'd give up and be like, just take this off me, please, because I won't do this game. Well. But
your name's first.
It seems the ending of the game was a bit weak, a bit too easy.
Yeah, so this was like I say, at the end of the day, it's half a game. It was never intended. This was never intended to be like a story. I guess they were like, we need to give a start and an end to make people feel like it was worthwhile. But also it ends like slightly differently if you have all the Chaos Emeralds, I think.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think the floating island stays floating because it's supposed to be floating because it's the floating island.
Right, and right now we're seeing something bad happening,
it's kind of, but not bad in a big way, just
tsunami bad.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like that landed relatively calmly, but so the floating island once again falls to the earth in Sonic Adventure, and you do see some like massive tidal disruption from that in that game. He looks awfully pleased with himself, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Dick. Well, joke's on him because he's never going to show up again, so fuck you.
He might one day.
No.
Oh.
No. There's Metal Sonic, but he's not this guy.
Alright.
I guess we have to wrap this up. I'm having fun.
That's the end of this. Might not be the last Sonic game we play, but it will be for a while.
I very much doubt it'll be. I think the next Sonic game we'll play will be like Sonic Unleashed or something, or Sonic Adventure 2 or something. I was going to say something less retro, but I think in this day and age, like a Dreamcast game or a GameCube game counts as retro, which saddens me and makes me feel old.
A lot of the games you've been talking about, a lot of the Sonic games you've been talking about, Sonic, what was the terrible one you just mentioned?
Sonic Heroes?
Sonic Heroes, that's probably considered retro now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
PS2.
Sonic 06, 9 years old.
I don't know when games like that will be considered retro because it was an Xbox 360 game, you know. Is that
Last Generation?
Is that retro yet?
Last Generation. You know? It's not that retro. It's not retro. It's old.
Yeah. And bad.
All right.
Bye everyone. I guess we need to get in the habit of saying like YouTube-y style things. So like, subscribe, do the thing. You know how to do that better than I do.
Yeah.
Give us your attention and love and send us comments, and we are both as perfect and magnificent as we come across. We are humans, so try not to make them too hurtful, but
please make them really hurtful. I'm looking forward to the really
make them really hurtful for Carl.
Personal.
Yeah. I want when you're leaving a comment, I want at the forefront of your mind to be, I want to upset this person, not offend, not jar. You know, I want to affect him. Yeah. No, be nice, you fucks. Oh, I suppose I shouldn't. That's quite a juxtaposed phrase, isn't it? Be nice, you fucks. Why should we? Because I fucking said so.
Yeah, we're the providers here.
Yeah, right. Our names are on this thing. I mean, Sonic and Knuckles' names are on the thing, really, not ours, but
our names are on it as well.
Yeah.
So we can call you fucks, but
yeah,
you have to call us something more personal.
Yeah. But yeah, like, subscribe, tell all your friends, share it on Facebook, because we're not gonna fucking do that.
No.
That's what you're there for, guys. Come on. Fuck it.